Today, my topic is homeopathy and diagnosis. Before handling the case of any patient, the duty of physician to diagnose the case from which the patient is suffering from. Other than homeopathy, only diagnose the name of the disease and prescribe the remedy for the patient. But a homeopath not only diagnose the disease, also diagnose the patient as a whole. His desire and aversion, his sleep and dream, the patient is chilly or hot, his mental symptoms, take the history of maternal side and paternal side, heredity of the patient. So in homeopathic, the dealing of case, you are treating the patient is the not an easy process. Making a diagnosis, of course, is not merely a matter of affixing a disease name tag to the patient and then handling out a stock the treatment. To prescribe any form of treatment without adequate investigation is equally responsible, whatever be the type of therapy employed. It is also perfectly true that the provisional diagnosis, when arrived at, is more often than not only to the point of the explanation and not the whole truly. Disease is equally for mere widespread through the body, and the diagnostic term would indicate it. A complete diagnosis must tell us where disease is, what functional disturbance are present, and how these have been arisen. And only in so far as diagnosis answer all these questions in it complete, there are no diseases, only disease, only a sick body. Provisional pathological diagnosis and estimate of the morbid changes in the tissues responsible for the sick state. The patient may be suffering from some condition that demand surgical investigation, perhaps urgently. There may be present some grave condition of blood which can only be revealed by hematological investigation. There may be severe diabetic, tuberculosis, meningitis, and other condition. The homeopathic method of careful and the patient interrogation is of a special value for the patient's subjective symptoms may in the some measures be regarded as outward and observable evidence of inward metabolic disturbance and disorder. However, the total symptoms picture, carefully studied and intelligently interpreted in a very reliable guide to homeopathic treatment. But before arriving at this stage of the case, handling a second diagnosis is called for, namely the etiological diagnosis. This is also important for diagnosis of the disease, for the selection of the proper remedy to cure the patient. The constitutional diagnosis, the patient must be studied as a whole, personally, and not by post or by the proxy, and the physical features, the general reaction, the mental and the emotional factor in case all minutely observed and carefully weighed. This will often relieve a need for the employment of the deeply acting remedy in single dose. The remedy corresponding to the patient constitutional type. Without the intervention of the remedy, the prescription based on the make obvious symptoms may fail to cure the patient. The diagnosis may still not be complete from the homeopathic viewpoint. There must be done miasmatic diagnosis without past history and the family history. Remedy must be selected according to the miasm. There may be antisoric, antipsychotic, antisyphilitic. There must be individualized to the patient for the selection of the proper remedy. For the homeopathic point of view, we must diagnose to any patient by the three angles. Number one, diagnosis of the disease. Number two, diagnosis of the remedy. And number three, the diagnosis of the miasm. Diagnosis of disease for the management of the patient, for the precaution of the medicine, for the advice to the patient. Diagnosis of remedy for the proper selection of the remedy which will give in to the patient. And the diagnosis of the miasm, diagnosis of miasm is more important. If we fail in this, it is impossible to cure any chronic cases. In disease, with the suffering from the chronic disease, there must be used the anti-miasmatic treatment. Either may be psoric, may be psychotic, may be syphilitic. You first know every patient is suffering from the psoric miasm. So without psoric miasm, patient cannot suffer from the psychotic miasm or the syphilitic miasm. First come the psoric, then come the psychotic or syphilitic, maybe according to the symptoms of the patient. So in homeopathic, if you want to cure any homeopathic chronic disease, which is suffering from the long day, someday, which is suffering from the hereditary condition, which comes from the any fear, that the suffering diseases you only can cure by the help of the miasmatic ground. So your miasm, you must study your miasm. Miasm will help you to eradicate the disease from the body. You can cure the disease. You can get the name by the help of cure to the patient. Thanks.